Dave, a 40-year-old gay man, is laying on a massage table. Next to Dave is Tim, the masseur, lighting a candle, turning on some meditative music, and putting lotion onto his hands that he will use on Dave's body.
Do you really have to go through this whole routine every time? I feel like it's wasting time. The only thing that matters are your hands and the deep tissue massage.
But I'm not just doing this for you. It helps me get in the mood for the body work. Otherwise, it's like I'm just working on a piece of meat. I like to ease into it.
Well, then speed it up.
Tim starts applying the oil to Dave's chest.
Oh,
Tim starts pressing his fingers against Dave's stomach, rib cage, and chest.
Still can't go over the order that you like things done. Most people want me to do their back first, but you're just the opposite.
I just want you to loosen up the front before you get to the back muscles.
You seem to be in a pretty good mood. Things must be going well with Garth.
Yes, Garth had a breakthrough. His voice is coming back, finally. Since his stroke, he's had trouble communicating. All he could do is write notes, and that was only with his left hand.
And you told me that he was right-handed. Is there any chance that he regained movement on his right side?
Doctors aren't hopeful. It was a bad stroke, even though he's young, barely 30, and in good health.
No. He was your trainer, wasn't he?
The doctors think he was taking steroids, and that caused the stroke.
I just don't get it. I mean, the guy had a great body. Why would he even be taking steroids?
Does it really matter?
Tim stops
I'm
them.
sure you just turn to the side so I can do your back.
I feel so sorry for him. None of his friends ever visit. It's like they don't want to see this vibrant guy become a shell of himself. It makes me think they were never his friends. All those gym rats showing off their bodies all the time, running with no shirt, so full of themselves.
So many of my clients are like that. Talk about vanity. My goodness, that 1 ounce of fat or a pimple, it's like the end of the world.
At least Garth wasn't that way. That's why I fell in love with him. So good looking and so sweet. I mean, he had that smile that made me melt and so supportive of me. It was almost like an addiction. In addition to being a body trainer, he was something like a life coach. I used to have such a poor body image. Ah,
Are you okay? You said you wanted me to be rough.
rough and torturing are two different things. I don't want to feel like I'm on the rack from the Inquisition.
Well, you're way beyond tight. No pain, no gain.
Just ease back a little bit, okay? Otherwise, I won't be able to see Garth this afternoon. I'm supposed to take him to the doctor.
You never told him how you feel?
No, even though he built me up, I knew I wasn't his type. He liked the bad boy trade.
Well, I just hope he's appreciative of what been doing.
I don't know if it's your voice with magic hands, but whatever you just touched got to me.
Mm.
It's like you said about breaking down scar tissue when you give me a massage, but you're also removing that wall around me. You're better than my therapist.
I wish someone would touch me and make me cry. Are you still seeing Garth every day? I don't know how you do it.
Yes. And when I look into his eyes, I think I can tell how thankful he is. He never wrote those words down, but I'm hoping that now he can talk, he'll tell me. Enough about me. What's going on with you and Bennett? The last time we talked, you said something was going to happen between you two.
Hope you weren't going to ask me.
Come on. I tell you everything.
Okay. Well, before I give you the sordid details, today is the anniversary of Caleb's death.
Oh, has it been a year already?
So even though I'm not Jewish, I've been using this past year to mourn his death. I haven't dated.
I didn't know grieving for a year is just a Jewish thing.
Tim stops the massage and Dave touches Tim's hand.
Are you trying to get back at me for making you cry?
I just wanted you to know I understand.
I hardly cry anymore. I think I burned myself out when Caleb died. I couldn't stop myself. So bad that I didn't want to start crying, thinking it would never stop.
I don't suppose you have a therapist.
You know, you know, sometimes when I hear these stories from my clients, it clears my head. Makes me think that everyone has this pain that they're carrying around, not just physical pain, but emotional.
That's exactly what you're doing when you give me these deep tissue massages. That's where you get to the root. That's where you get to the root. It helps me unwind.
Goodness, you should become a massage therapist yourself. You seem to know so much about it.
Ah, no way would I spend all day digging into people's skin and muscles, especially guys that smell.
Tim begins working on Dave's feet.
Oh, have I ever told you that when you touch my feet, I almost have an orgasm?
I should charge you extra.
Even though I love when you touch my feet, I hate the fact that it means the session is half over. Speaking about sex, weren't you planning on doing the deed with Bennett?
I thought that since we've been friends for 20 years, that maybe he should be the first person I have sex with since Caleb died.
I remember you said you had a crush on him, but that it didn't work out.
When we met in high school, he was like the first guy that really turned me on. It wasn't just his looks, but he knew so much about music. I mean, every kind of music, every genre. We would talk for hours listening to classic rock, pop, rap, country, R&B. And he was this maven about pop charts, how many weeks a song was number one. I just went nuts. I couldn't keep my hands off him. Bennett was closeted.
So you never had sex with him as a teenager?
No. I mean, we wrestled a little bit, but he wouldn't let me kiss him. When I said I was in love with him, it really scared him. We didn't talk for almost a year. Once I got together with Caleb, we became friends again. Then it probably felt safer that I wasn't going to make him gay.
Did he ever come out?
Yes, I guess he was just taking his time. Bennett has been so good to me since Caleb died.
You know, some of this stuff is new. You never really told me all of this. So what happened?
I was thinking about talking to him about trying sex, but then I thought, that's not very romantic. I mean, he was my first love. It took me almost 6 months to get over him during that year we didn't speak.
And you probably knew that just because you were friends with someone that it didn't necessarily lead to getting romantic. But it sounds like you were willing to risk it.
I just kept thinking, I mean, I love this guy. And if Caleb hadn't come into my life and Bennett had come out earlier, I probably would have been lovers with Bennett. Anyway, I hadn't come over for dinner. I set a romantic mood, candles. I set the table with my good china, even crystal glasses for the wine. I thought maybe he would get the hint. Was going to play the song You Are Woman, where Nikki Arnstein seduces Fanny Bryce in Funny Girl.
Please tell me that you didn't do that.
No, no, I didn't. We had a great time. Eating and drinking, very relaxed. After dessert, I said, why don't we sit on the couch? After we sat, I didn't speak, and he was quiet too. What if that we both aren't afraid of silence? I looked at him. We kissed. It was the first time we'd done that. I could tell this wasn't something he did often. He never talked about sexual conquests. He never lived with anyone, and no mention of a boyfriend. I often wonder if he had ever had sex with anyone.
So, after you kissed,
Took his hand and led him to the bedroom. Started taking off my clothes and then his. He giggled a bit. He didn't stop me.
my goodness, you're dragging this out.
Okay, okay. Once we're naked, I knew something was wrong. I couldn't get hard. I don't know why. Maybe it was because Bennett had gained some weight, or maybe because we'd been friends for so long. How is it possible that someone who I wanted to pounce on and was so into no longer did it for me?
Was Bennett getting excited?
Yes, I think so. I was getting embarrassed. Something that I had wanted for so long, and now it was like I couldn't even imagine having sex with him. It's a turnaround.
Well, at least you took a chance. Look at me. I'm afraid to even tell Garth how I feel. Afraid that he'll reject me.
I just wanted to get dressed and try to forget the whole incident. I really didn't want to talk to Bennett about it, and he seemed okay with that. He just got dressed too. We haven't talked about it. I mean, there's nothing to say about it anyway.
I get it. Better to have a friend for life. Sex might have destroyed your friendship.
Well, it seems like both of us are stuck. In the old days, we would have been fuck buddies. Guess that doesn't happen anymore.
You and I are almost in a competition to see for who's can go the longest without having sex.
Right? Wasn't that in a Seinfeld episode?
Well, that was actually about masturbation.
I'm definitely not giving that up.
I agree.
Okay, we're all done. You can get dressed.
Isn't it funny? I've been coming here every week for the last 2 years, and we tell each other everything that's going on in our lives. We should go out. I mean, not like on a date or anything, but as friends.
I thought you have Garth.
And you have Bennett. Well, you can never have too many friends, right?
Oh, I'm not supposed to see clients outside of work.
Oh, please. I can't believe anyone follows that archaic rule.
Mm, I do like you. And there's something about giving you a massage in the way you react. It's a real give and take. Not like my other clients. They don't really get into any heavy discussions like we do.
I feel that too. What could be more intimate than what happens here? Talk about being vulnerable. I know I feel like you've stripped away a lot of shit.
And when I touch you, There is some sort of vibration going on. Can't explain it.
Don't question it. We should just go with the flow. Can I give you a hug?